Can you think what that symbolises? Block of wood. That's right. Writer's block, the bane of the writer. The dragon to the knight, the block of wood to the writer. So think on. Do not assault me during this while I'm doling out advice. So the first thing you've got to know about writer's block, it's normal. It's normal. Everyone experiences writer's block. The reason we kind of give it a name like a block and give it a symbol like a block is that sometimes it can feel like bang. It's like an athlete. When you hear about the wall that the athlete comes up to when they're running, usually they hit a wall. Now it's exactly the same for a writer. You hit a block. If you're an athlete, of course, a block, that's not going to be a hard hurdle to jump over. The athlete's got a wall to contend with. So we're kind of almost lucky as writers in that we have blocks. We don't have walls to kind of, when an athlete's confronted by a wall, geez, you can go left, go right, but sometimes it's so intimidating he just gives up entirely. But we see the block of wood in the road and we think, I can deal with you, and I was expecting you. So it's normal, but that doesn't help us deal with it, do it? When you're sitting down at the computer and you've got to write something and nothing's coming, what can you do about that? Well, you can take a leaf out of the athlete's book. In actual fact, there's a direct correlation between running around and being able to write things. I didn't realize. I've only realized this recently. I did some like reading up on it and stuff. Apparently, like when you're running around, like dodging traffic, dodging pedestrians and stuff, if you're running really, really fast, sometimes you have to react very quickly, or you might kind of plow down an elderly woman or small child. So you have to react, and that it excites your brain, fires your brain cells, and when you come back to the computer, you suddenly see that sentence not so daunting. It's not so daunting to write the guy walked down the road when you've just dodged, at speed, an elderly person or a dog. The second thing that you can do is eat something, change your diet. Oily fish, I would recommend the mackerel. If you're not a fisherman, no problem. The stuff that you can get in the supermarket is pretty good. Don't go to the fish counter. I think that's just a token thing these days to make it appear like they're like fishmongering, but the guy behind it doesn't know what he's doing. The fish isn't fresh. So go to the stuff that's got the cellophane on, that's been packaged, and go for the mackerel, the oiliest of all the fish. Gobble a bit of that down. You'll be amazed. Everything's suddenly firing off. You end up writing a lot of what you write initially after that is kind of sea-based fiction to do with mermaids and stuff. But if you can get through that, you gradually get back onto land, and you can write a compelling narrative. No one wants to read about mermaids and Aquaman. He's crap. Everyone knows he's crap. So I don't know why they keep making movies about him. Really, he was always going to be crap. It can lead to crap movies, but you can get somewhere with that, particularly oily fish. Finally, I would say don't beat yourself up. The worst thing, don't beat yourself up. It always happens. There are ways through it. Fish-based diet, dodging pedestrians and or traffic. Be careful, don't refer anyone to this. If something happens while you're out there, I'm not liable for that. This is just my advice. It's not doctrine or anything. Sometimes you just have to step away entirely, stop writing, give up essentially for a period of time. And then you'll be going around doing your thing one day. You'll be walking down the road. Something happened today, actually. A guy stopped on the bypass. There's some long dogs in the field there that he wanted to feed. So he stopped on the bypass, got out, picked some grass up, started feeding the long dogs in the field, blocking all the traffic. We just think, with stuff like that happening day in, day out, how can you not want to write about that? Just like suddenly it all comes flooding black. What a cock. Incentive to write, suddenly out of nowhere. Don't be intimidated by this son of a gun. Just a block of wood. You're going to turn it into insulation for piping at some point. So you're going to use the block for something It's going to make your writing better in the end. Any ideas? Internet, YouTube, comment things. See ya.